Well, look who's back for another great video. Well, as you may have seen in the last time we did this, you know what's going on here. We are making some good old beta Pokemon. For those who are watching for the first time, here's how this goes. I take some sprites or beta Pokemon that I find pretty cool and think definitely didn't deserve to get cut, remake them in the black and white style, also animating them, and you see the work progress and also the final result of the design. To be honest, we're both winners here. You get to see some great content and I get to improve not only my skills but also get to see my favorite beta designs in my favorite generation art style. Without further ado, let's get the show on the road. Let's start off with a bang, shall we? Our first up, the Fire Bomb Seal Bomoshika, or its unofficial English name, Bomb Seal. So, this goes without saying for all of them, but I really liked animating this. Well, now that I've actually done it myself, yeah, I can accept why some of the fire animations on some Gen 5 sprites look the way they do. Like, it's pretty hard. For each frame you gotta move the fire so it looks like it's, you know, alive, actually burning and something like that. And something that I wish I realized earlier is that I could add in more like moving frames so the cool lively animations happen later but feel much more like nicer. Like if they happen each second, then they're not special enough to count as being nice. And our final result for Bamushika is... oh my, what a stunning beauty. Okay, I'll stop it. Come on, this is pretty cool. Alright, I'll stop baiting you for content, I'll just get to the point. Better for it, people. As you can see, the video starts off from the art being halfway done. Well, this is because this was done on a school computer. Yeah, it was finicky with the drawing and recording since I had to do everything through a browser, since you can't launch programs that aren't permitted on the school computer. Everything had to be done with free programs on the internet. So yeah, that's why the UI is different. There's a lot of ads, and I didn't really understand the screen recording program, so I had to deal with the loss of the first part of the recording, since I didn't understand that it actually didn't start recording. There was a start recording button, I pressed it, but turns out you had to click it again, which is really stupid. Anyways, yeah, better for the people who doesn't like it. I mean, the beta design, I think this time I like the final one better. This also kinda looks like the Tanuki suit or whatever is the power-up from Mario. Like the color, the tail and stuff like that, you know? But otherwise, I like the coloring and the slimmer design for the current one. Let's check out the result, which is... oh my, what a precious creature. I mean, beta ferret, current ferret, still lovely as ever. Well, who's ready for the next one, which is Beta Quillfish Evolution. This is the first one on which I decided to finick around a bit with the colors and change some other stuff, you know? Add my spice or touch to it. Yeah, okay, that's the word. Yeah, I really like how stupid Quillfish's evolution looks. Yeah, not the design stupid. Mostly just his face. But something that I wouldn't have expected from a Quillfish evolution would be a type change, especially from a poison type to electric type, water electric to be specific. especially since it's the same generation in which Lantern was introduced, and that also is a water electric type. More about the creative process itself, well, the drawing. I actually liked doing this since he is a roundish creature. It was pretty easy to animate and move him, so I had more chances of giving more unique evolutions in the middle, and I speeded up the frames, well, gave lesser delays so that he buzzes around more, like moves around a lot more, and of course also blows up like a pufferfish. Well, boys and gals, time to find out how this quillfish evolution looks like. Damn, yeah, seeing this again, of course I'm biased, but yeah, I think this looks pretty cool. And for my next trick, I will show you Beta Ditto evolution. Okay, while the drawing process is going in the background, I'm just gonna tell the little finicky story I'll had about the problem ahead while this is happening, yeah. Okay, so I was moving the finished parts from one device to the another to make the full video, yeah. So I moved them, and including the GIFs, the end results of these sprites. Well, I've moved them, especially with Ditto. This is the concern, because when I checked them all before moving, they were okay, and I moved them, I checked them again, all were okay except Ditto. Yeah, I added the delay for a special animation, like cool lively thing to him, but when I moved him, he just lost that delay to that frame. He just quickly moves by past it, like just making the animation a whole lot worse. So I'll show you the result which I got on the other device that I moved to, and the intention. Okay, so here is the result that came out of this mess, and here is the one that I intended to have at the end, but is messed up because the recreation process was very difficult, since on the device, no matter how did I do it, it did the same issue. We're entering the home stretch now, and for this semi-final drawing sprite, whatever, it's Beta Wobbuffet. To be honest, this was easily the hardest one to animate. If I thought the fire animations were difficult, then oh boy, this was insane. Like, thank God at least the body shape is pretty simple, because otherwise this would easily have taken a whole evening. Because while fire can be easily animatable, these hex, mists, whatever they are called, they keep changing form, they keep changing color, their movement is supposed to be unpredictable. Okay, not unpredictable, but like wacky, weird. So that too, and that because they're like psychic, ghostly spirits or whatever, they need to be more energetic or anything, something like that. So yeah, this was a pretty tough one, but I still had pretty good time making them, and I learned some good stuff, which is definitely the important oh my god, I almost said part here. So yeah, yeah, this is where I implemented the more frames, so more lively animations feel more special. Also, how did this design go from two ghosts linked together to a big blue body pillow that is protecting a little black mushy thing, whatever that is? Like, how I really am interested in seeing how did that happen. It's time to find out the final design of this Wobbuffet beta design. And the final of this group, Beta Apom. Time to see what you do, buddy. To be honest, out of all the ones that I did, this is easily my favorite. the tail movements, the color palette. It's just so cool. But then again, the beta design for me looks like a combination between a cat and an eye, so I don't know what to think of that. And this being my favorite has nothing to do with how easy or rather fast I made it. I learned much better how to do shading in animations, well, how to keep the lighting on the right spots. The shadows I've adjusted better so they still look good, but I don't have to do as much while editing the frames. And yeah, that's pretty much from the learning aspect all of it. But the one big thing that was a nuisance was Apom's tail. Like it was surprisingly difficult to keep it consistently moving and also looking pretty polished or rather just cool looking. Yeah. What else can I say? Like Apom's tail. What the fuck even is it like? Yeah, actually I'm just gonna leave it at that. No questions needed. But yeah, still speaking about the tail, it was pretty difficult since in your head it's pretty simple to think of, yeah, I think I could animate it like that so it looks cool, but then you actually get to do it and yeah. So let's find out how my favorite beta design looks like in Generation 5. Yep, that's pretty cool. Come on, you know, it's pretty cool. Yeah. So, end of the video already, huh? Well, I guess that's what happens when you watch pretty cool videos, huh? Okay, yeah, I'll stop with the self-loathing or was it the correct word for it? Okay, never mind. But yeah, what was your favorite design out of all of these? I would really like to know. If you enjoyed this video, of course subscribe. This of course really helps out. Share it with someone maybe. Yeah, let me know if you're looking forward to a part 3 and I'll see you some other time. Stay tuned.